Hello folks, welcome back to another gameplay video from me. 2 whole uploads in one day. God, I spoil you folks so much, don't I? Okay, so I had an idea for a video, and I was like, yes, this is going to happen. Nobody's done this before. I have something kind of original, I guess, but we will make this work. Today on Roblox, I'm very excited to actually play this game because I really like playing old Roblox games on videos. They have like a really charming aesthetic to it that most modern Roblox games don't have, you know? So we're going to be playing the first Tycoon ever made on Roblox. Keep in mind, the absolute first one, and I still know what it is to this day, and you could probably find this as well if you do some quick googling. But yeah, nobody's done this video idea yet, and I'm very excited to capitalize on it. So the Tycoon genre on Roblox is so huge. Like, there's so many different Tycoons on Roblox nowadays. There's so many different things to do. Superhero Tycoon, House Tycoon, but you know, it's a huge genre of games in this site, and we really have to think back and wonder, where did this actually come from? So therefore, we're going to go back and take a look at the man, the myth, the legend, that actually figured out the first ever Tycoon on Roblox. And it was very popular back in 2008, I remember playing it. The first Tycoon ever made on Roblox, ladies and gentlemen, let's get that drum roll growing, is Bread Tycoon or Bread Factory Tycoon by Ubert. It is the first Tycoon ever made. You can't play the original one anymore, like the actual place that it used to be at, because it's broken and it's no longer available on his profile because Ubert was banned, unfortunately. But Ubert is the original creator of the very first Tycoon on Roblox called Bread Factory Tycoon. He rose to fame shortly 2 months after joining Roblox because of the new genre that caught everybody by surprise. And he continued with the success of Bread Factory Tycoon, which then he made Farm Tycoon. Some people might know what that is. I personally never played Farm Tycoon. But in 2009, a Roblox update broke his Tycoons, and in reaction to this change, he quit without notice, and his account was compromised, and his account got terminated, unfortunately. So, you can't really see his profile anymore or anything, so rip. You could still see what he looked like, though, if you were half curious. That is his old profile right there. Really big shout out to the Roblox Wikia for actually archiving all of this, and I appreciate them for getting all this information out there so I can actually make a video about this stuff. But here we have Bread Factory Tycoon Remastered Edition, which it's not the exact same place that it used to be. It's the same game, it's just fixed to work with modern Roblox. It's to relive his classic Bread Factory Tycoon, fully working. I made sure to play this game before I actually made this video, so we wouldn't be playing like a broken place throughout the entire video. But let's begin a trip down memory lane right here, guys. This should be a very exciting video, and it is to me, because this is part of my childhood right here. If you like these kind of videos, let me just implore you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my other gameplay videos as well, because I upload daily. But let's get on to the gameplay. Okay, boys and girls, we have spawned at our very own bread factory. You notice everything looks so different in comparison to like newer Tycoons. So the object of this game is that, okay, my primary first floor just broken, so I'll get on to how stuff breaks in a minute. You own your own Bread Factory Tycoon, you have to create bread and stuff, and then you get money from obviously making that bread. However, some stuff does break in the factory sometimes, which is an interesting part of the game. This is where the repairman team comes in, where you have other players that are repairmen come help and repair what is broken. And they get paid a small bit from the amount that they fix too, so it's a kind of like a, you know, a 50-50 right there. We also got the unemployed team as well, because, you know, we all need a little bit of that in life as well. So as we saw a moment ago, the stairs of my Tycoon just broke. We have no repairmen on this server, so I guess my stairs are just gonna be broken forever. I will also link this Tycoon down in the description of this video if you people want to go and check this game out by any chance to get a taste of history and see what things go down. So you gotta buy the bread oven first for $500, and then all your money's depleted. The Tycoon's over. Roll the credits. You chuck the oven on, and then we go to our emergency money over here, because otherwise we have no other source of income. So you get 25 cash every 1 minute from this emergency fund, so you can actually, like, you know, get bread, get flour, and stuff like that. So we're going to get 1 flour and put it through this little machine, right? Then we gotta go run over here to which we can get the water system money so that this can actually start making. Now we got the flour inside of the water production plant, and the bread is just currently sitting in a little white goopy block. And it takes a couple seconds for this this all the process, you know, the bread is still being made in there to be ready to be put through. Okay, yeah, now it has come out. It is going into the oven, which it will cook, and then you will get, like, I think $50 once the bread goes through completely. The cooked bread, it goes up into this little conveyor belt, up into a realm of obscurity. I don't actually know where that is. Okay, now we can see. It goes into a little truck, too, which I believe that probably just goes to stores or something, but we got $50 from that, so now we can start producing more bread and doing other things as well. So now with that $50, I'm just going to spam flour like no tomorrow so we can keep getting a ton of money, right? I just hope that like nothing else in the Tycoon breaks, because like otherwise I'm kind of in a pickle then, because like I have no repairmen or anybody on this server but me. But yeah, we're just spamming flour right now. The water production plant is currently doing its job, hopefully getting this flour into some nice dough for going into the oven. And now let's go over some of the other things you can do. You can buy a chocolate machine, a flour producer. Oh, let me go ahead and get that started. And a super flour dispenser for $5,500. Man, this is some crazy stuff. And then we can start the auto flour production, which we just did. I don't know if it just takes out money every time. I'm gonna assume it does, because they don't just give you this stuff for free, you know? So now we got bread just automatically being made. It makes the job a whole lot easier for us. And once we get $1,000, we can double this auto production speed, which I currently do not have yet. About 700 more is what we need. But yeah, so far this is pretty fun. To get some other little things right here: road access, a fancy office, a fountain, and a super bread statue. Yes, let me spend all my money on a big statue that does nothing. You can also get sugar water for $7,500, which again, I'm not even close to that rate, guys. So yeah, this is pretty much where everything started from, was this one little Tycoon game made over 10 years ago, and now it's just evolved into like this giant genre on Roblox. It's so weird to think about though, that this game is like the foundation starting point to get this entire genre started. You know, the thing that I'm most surprised at is that how this game still works. Like, I'm really surprised that the creator of this remake managed to make this work in like modern Roblox scripts and stuff like that. Because most, if not all, of really old Roblox games got broken because of the whole filter enable update thing. There's a ton of videos discussing that if you want to go find them. But yeah, this game has somehow withstood the weight of time, and I'm very happy and surprised about that at the same time. Oh, the emergency money, it doesn't work unless you have only less than 5 cash. Wow, I can't use my $1,000 and keep taking the emergency money. So since we have $1,000, let's go ahead and double this production speed so we can get more bread going. You know, we gotta get this going faster. But once I'm done with this Tycoon though, I might go try to find that Farm Tycoon game, because that's like the second Tycoon game that Uber actually made. So I want to see how this one compares to that one, you know? Gotta extend this video to 10 minutes somehow, alright? Yeah, there is so much bread just being made at the exact same time, and now it's awesome. I got my whole factory going. Oh god, can you jump inside of the— No! Ah! I'm stuck inside of the bread processing plant. Okay, yes, I've escaped! For my next purchase, I'm gonna go for the chocolate machine, because that's like $3,000. I have about 2.1, about to be 2.2. That seems like the closest thing we can get. Okay, I realized Seniac actually made a video on Bread Factory Tycoon, but you know, he didn't clickbait it like I did, okay? We gotta advertise this as the oldest Tycoon on Roblox, because even though that's like a clickbait title, it literally, that's what it is. This is the oldest Tycoon on the website. Anyway, we got $3,000. Now let's go ahead and buy this chocolate machine and turn it on. Dude, this machine is just a monster just for making chocolate, really? I wonder if it like makes me make like $150 per bread instead of 75. That'd be a really nice bonus. We'll double chocolate value. Chocolate purification? Is that a thing? I looked up chocolate purification and I was given like some rings and some bracelets. I don't think that's a real thing. How does one purify chocolate? Oh, we got some more things coming up here. Buy fuzzy nuts machine. Okay, I'm immature, okay? We got about $3,000 now. Let's go ahead and purify this chocolate. Don't really know what that does still, but whatever. The next goal for our purchase is buying the fuzzy nuts machine. Yes, very epic name. I'm aware of this, okay? Could you ever imagine a brand of nuts being called fuzzy nuts? I don't know. I feel like that's like poor marketing, but that's just me. I feel like this is the most excited I've sounded in a video recently, but I'm actually like super pumped to make this video because I thought of it. I was like, yes, this is such a good idea. Go ahead and purchase our own fuzzy nuts and turn the nut machine on. Yeah, I think we have everything we need for the factory. We have the chocolate machine, which has been purified. Again, I have no idea what that means. We have our own fuzzy nuts machine, and we have a oven right here that has some extra upgrades to it. Oven chimney, does that do anything to, like, help us make any more money? I don't know if that's just purely cosmetic. There's a tycoon just at the bottom of the map below everything. Only reason I know that is because I was going outside and I noticed that I can get on the roof now, it seems. Let's try to get up there and see what we can buy. You can sabotage people's bread tycoons too. A bread blocker. Obviously, I'm not gonna do that to myself because that would be entirely backwards to do. No, let me up! Okay, I was about to go into the truck. I wanted to get this bread shaft. And there we go. Now the bread cannot fall off of the map. It goes directly into the truck properly just like that. Bro, we're making like a ton of money though. Like for me, we have like $4,200 so far. Good God. After a couple of minutes of waiting around patiently, because that's basically what tycoons are in a nutshell, I have $6,000, almost $7,000. I don't know whether I want to buy the super flour, which is $5,500, or the sugar water, which is all the way over here. A small walk of $7,500. I think I should just buy the sugar water, to be honest. Like, if it's more expensive, I can only assume that it's gonna help me make some more money. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the sugar water, forget it. So I believe the only upgrade left is the super flour dispenser, and this tycoon is done. With the fair exception of, like, all these other cosmetics over here, which is, like, roof access. I'll actually go ahead and buy that right now. A fancy office, a fountain, and a super bread statue. I actually want to see what the super bread statue looks like, because I don't think I've gotten that far into the game. That's like the absolute last upgrade to this game. So now we're at one of the final points of the game. We can finally afford it, the super flour dispenser. Wait, one super flour cost 5,000? What? That is so expensive. Okay, you know what? I'll buy one. I don't know how much the super bread will actually give me though. It better give me more than 5,000 though, because otherwise that's a ripoff. Okay, boys, took a couple minutes. That little small transition slide allowed me to get my mental energy ready to waste $5,000 on one whole thing of flour. But let's do it! You gotta shut down the auto production first? I mean, alright, that's interesting. Go ahead and purchase that finally. It's a big red blob. I just turned the auto production back on after I put the super flour out. Don't tell him, okay? Yeah, I don't know how long it takes this little red blob to turn into regular bread. A whole lot longer than the white ones currently. Come on, red bread. I know you could do it. I've been waiting a whole minute and a half for you to actually process. How long does this take? I'm gonna go quickly shut off the processing plant again because I think it needs all the power in the world to actually make this bread. Yeah, I really have no idea how long this is taking. It's been about 3 to 4 minutes now. I don't know what's in this super flour, so I'm very concerned and worried at the same time. I'm gonna start the auto flour production again because you know what? I'm losing money if I don't like actually run the tycoon. It went through. I don't know which piece of bread it was though. Okay, so the super bread takes like at least 4 to 5 minutes to actually process, but once it does, you get like $10,000 from it. It's kind of debatable as to whether that is worth it or not, because you have to shut off the entire plant, and then you have to buy a super flour, which you don't have to shut it off completely, just when you buy the flour is when you have to shut it off. You can only have one super flour at a time though, I think, unless I just broke something. Yeah, unfortunately, you can only have one super flour at a time, so it's kind of baseless to be honest. Yep, my life sucks. I hate my life. I hate my life. I actually hate it, guys. You can't save tycoons like this that are old. So I pretty much completed the tycoon at this point. All that I had left was like these little cosmetic things, which I really did want to get that super bread statue, but oh well, I guess. Alright folks, so that was about it for this video. I would have done a much longer video on this, but unfortunately the game kinda disconnected me. I hope this video was enjoyable for you all. If you found it enjoyable, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment, and go ahead and check out my other gameplay videos as well. I upload gameplays every single day. You might find 1 or 2 of them enjoyable. Until next time guys, I will be back yet again tomorrow with a brand new gameplay video as usual, but until next time, I'm Koneko Kitten. I will see you folks in my next video tomorrow, but until then, peace.